What's up everyone, this is Vince with MarvelousMarketing.online here with another video today on creating the best Instagram captions to capture your audience and make those followers turn into more customers. So if that's something that interests you, then keep on watching today's video. So in this video, I'm going to give you my guide and how I create captions and things that I've learned in the past that has turned them into clients and into more sales. And before we get started, I want to make sure you're ready to hit that like button, you're already subscribed, and you're ready to hit the bell notification so you're notified every single time I drop a video. Now let's get into it. First thing you need to be doing is determining who your audience is. I actually made a video on this a while ago. I say it in almost every single video, but you need to know who your audience is so you can create the right content. Want to write the correct caption that captures their attention. The right caption that captures the right attention. That is a definite tongue twister right there. Because overall, they're just gonna scroll right past it because I know you do it now. Everybody does it. They just scroll past content that doesn't resonate with them. So the goal of every single caption is to capture your audience's attention, your followers' attention. And in order to do that, you have to write a captivating caption. Now, I'm saying a lot of caps in this, but this isn't no cap. This is for real. So the goal of every single caption is to get your audience to press the read more option. And Instagram gives you 125 characters is get them to get to the read more and want them to press the read more option to read the rest of your caption. You want them to press read more because this tells Instagram that this person or your follower is staying longer on your content. When Instagram realizes that more people are doing this more and more, it'll continue to show this to more people because obviously it's good content. And if a lot of people are pressing read more, that means more people will press read more. And that'll eventually lead to your content going viral. The main guide or the main template that I use for my caption is something I learned from Russell Brunson. He's one of my favorite marketing geniuses, I want to say. And he talked about the whole hook story offer thing. So what a hook is hook the audience's attention. Story is the story behind it and the offer. And that tells your audience what to do or it gives them something. Like here's what I'm offering to you. People need to be hooked to read your caption. They want to stay and read the entire story. And then at the end, when they see your offer, they're going to make an action. They're going to make a move because you're offering them something. So here are my best hooks that I've learned from other marketers and things that I've used in the past. Here's some of the hooks that I've used. You can use for your business and your brand too. What you can do first, attention grabbing title. So you want your audience to basically stop when they read the title. They'll be like, whoa, what is that? And they're going to stop and read it. And then they're going to click more because you made them go, whoa. What did he just say or what did she just say? I need to read more. Examples of this, things you're doing in your industry that are wrong. And people are like, whoa, that sounds interesting. I'm gonna click it. Or make an extra $1,000 a month doing this one thing. And people are like, whoa. If you're on Instagram and you're scrolling through and you read the headline, you're gonna be like, oh my goodness, I need to stop and read the rest. Put a contradictory statement. Is there something that someone in your niche or your business is teaching to other people that you know is wrong, that you feel like, hey, people shouldn't be doing that? You're gonna make a headline saying that. Why these so-called gurus are wrong. Or don't post on Instagram, do this instead. And of course, I want you to post on Instagram because it's an Instagram caption writing video. But what I'm saying is I want to make a contradictory statement that makes people say, hey, why did they say that? Why are they saying no to do that when everybody else is telling me to do it? Because that makes it interesting and that makes it stick out a little bit more. So that'll make people read your caption more. You can surprise people with a fact. For example, you can start something and say, there's over 1 billion users on Instagram right now. And people are gonna be like, okay, what else? And then they're gonna click read more. So facts that you've learned or that pertain to your business, like will make people like blow their mind. That'll make people go, what is going on? They're gonna wanna click on your caption because of that. This one is probably one of my favorites. It's the self-identifying hook where people read it and they'll be like, whoa, that's me. For example, since I live in San Diego, I can be like, hey, San Diegans, and someone comes across my content, they'll be like, wait, I live in San Diego, that makes sense. Hey, are you a brand new YouTuber? Are you trying to get some more views on YouTube? Are you trying to get to your first 1,000 subscribers on the platform? Hey, are you an entrepreneur? Then this is for you. Hey, you fitness buff. Hey, you fitness expert. Are you doing this one thing in your business to help it grow? If someone self-identifies with that, they're more likely gonna read your caption. But that's why it's important to know who your audience is because you talk to people differently than you talk to other people. So you wanna make sure that your captions are geared towards the people that are in your audience. Like I said, you're gonna talk to people that are 25 to 30-year-olds differently than 50 to 60-year-olds. Like the content is gonna change and so is your captions. So that's why it's so important to know who your audience is and who you're speaking to. By identifying that and knowing who they are, you can call them out. You can make them self-identify with your content. For example, I know last week, but I love whales. Whales are like my favorite thing, like the mammals whales that are in the ocean. And I recently bought a loofah, I'll put a picture right here, just because it says whales on it. And but just the fact that one said whales, I picked it. And because I self-identified with the whale, I'm a whale lover. And just because I had a whale on it, that was it. That was it for me. I bought it. But that's the same thing when it comes to your caption. That your audience loves, or that your audience does, and you make it in your caption, they're more likely to read it more just because you said it. So that's why it's like, hey, San Diegans, what's that, the Highway 805, like there's a lot of traffic in this area. There's this big blue light coming down the 805, and what is that? You know, and the fact that if someone's seen that before and they live in San Diego, or they know that it's there, they're gonna click it more because they're like, what is this person talking about? I've seen that before, or I know what that is. I'm gonna click that real quick. Another hook would be calling out your audience where they're at. So if there's a pain point that you know your audience experiences, for example, for me, because I help businesses grow on social media, I could be like, hey, you new business owner, are you not getting as many likes or comments on your latest post? Try this out. If that person already self-identifies as a new business owner and they're experiencing that trouble, that pain, they want to get out of it, so they're more likely going to read the rest of the caption. So identify some problems that your audience really already experiences and make some captions based on that. Use that hook to hook them in to read the rest of the story. It's what I like to call the curiosity effect. Something like that goes like this. I can't believe I'm sharing this fact with you. Or I can't believe I'm sharing my secret with you. And just with that, when people are curious, or people are just naturally curious, and when they read something like that, they're gonna be like, wait, what are you talking about? What's your secret? I need to know your secret. Tell me your secret. The next one is the how-tos. So how to make $1,000 in 1 month, or how to grow your audience from 0 to 1,000 2 weeks. You know, something like that. It's a how-to. It's something if I click on it, I know I'm gonna learn something. So how-tos are a great hook for you to use in your captions as well. And the last one is asking questions. So you can ask questions like, hey, are you a new business owner that's trying to grow their brand? Or hey, are you trying to write an Instagram caption that captures more of your audience? See, when you start with a question, people are already thinking that. And when they're already thinking that, they're gonna wanna know what the answer is. So that's also why you have to identify your audience. This always goes back to identifying your audience, because if you know certain things that they're experiencing, that they're thinking about, you're able to answer so easily, you're able to build that content easily for them. So getting into the story part, remember I said hook, story, offer, okay? With the story part, this is the meat of the caption. This is the reason why you're writing the caption in the first place. Are you trying to sell someone a product? Or are you trying to tell somebody about your day? Are you trying to convince someone like, hey, this product is better than the other product? This is where you're gonna put everything. This is the story. Naturally, people love stories. You know, like that's why we like watching movies. That's why we like reading books. So if you're able to tell a really good story and capture your audience this way, it's going to make them want to read the whole caption. So that's why it starts with the hook. You know, you gotta throw them the bait, and then you gotta hook them, and then you got a story, you gotta reel them in. You gotta pull them in. I don't fish, but I feel like that's what you do. You gotta pull it in. I've been watching a lot of fishing videos. And so you pull them in, and then it leads to the next thing, which is the offer. Pro tip, real quick, make sure it's spaced out evenly and you make it easy to read. When everything is pushed together, it's harder for your audience to read it, and it'll make them not read it. You have to remove as much friction as possible from your audience so they'll stay on your content and they'll read the entire thing. So you do this, you're gonna go to the end, the last word that you're putting, you're gonna remove any space between there, and then you're gonna hit enter or return to bring it down. So you don't want any space after the last letter or the last word, and then you're gonna hit return. What this will do is in Instagram, it'll space it out evenly and it'll make it look clean. The other thing you can do is make bullet points. And when I make bullet points, I suggest using emojis. So you put emojis on the side to kind of just as like a cool little bullet point that makes it stick out a little bit more. I like doing that also. So then your caption looks clean, easy to read. People won't have any issues reading your caption. Like I said earlier, you hook them, you throw your bait, you throw your rod out there, and then you hook them, and then you pull them back in, and then when you're pulling back in, and you finally pull them up, here's the offer. This is the offer you're telling them. This comes to the last part of your caption, is the offer. What are you trying to give to people? What are you trying to sell to people? And with this, I like to say use a CTA, whether that's, hey, like this is my product online, go to my website, and go to my website to place an order now, or hit the follow button or hit the subscribe button, or leave a comment if this resonated with you, or leave a certain emoji if this resonated with you. Tell me down below what's your favorite type of food. Basically what you're asking for here is you're giving people some direction. You're giving them, hey, you need to do this so you get this in return. This is important because you need to give your audience some direction. And when you give them that direction, they're more likely to do it. You can't just hope that they're gonna follow you, they're gonna hit the subscribe button, or they're gonna buy your product. You have to tell them, hey, this is my product, go and buy it. There's also something called neuro copywriting tactics that I've recently read about. And what this says is this was coined or started by this marketer, Joe Sugarman. And what he said is neuro copywriting is about the psychological effects of particular sounds to the human brain. If you write certain words in a definite order and the right place, it will serve like mental hooks for readers, triggering them to respond or act. Give them a CTA, a call to action, you give them a reason to make an action, people are more likely to do it. And you do this by telling them to do it. Give them that offer at the very end, telling them whether they need to click your link in bio, go to your website, make a purchase, give them some direction. So that's it for the caption. It's the hook, the story, and the offer. Here's some helpful tips to remind yourself to do at the very end when you're done creating your caption, just to make sure you've done everything correctly. The first thing I want you to remember is if you're bored by your caption, if you're reading it and you're just like, oh, this is boring, your audience is gonna be bored. You wanna make a caption that intrigues you, that makes your ears perk up, make sure it's having that effect on you. I want you to read it out loud because I want you to make sure that you don't have any grammatical errors, something that if somebody reads, they're gonna be like, that doesn't even make sense. So you wanna read it out loud so you can actually hear yourself saying it to make sure that it makes sense. I want you to really plan these things out. You can even just put the little hooks ahead of time and save it in your notes in your computer. And remember, don't get too hard on yourself because this takes time. Writing captions, just with any skill, it takes time to learn. It takes time to master. So as long as you're practicing it using these tips that I gave you, the hook, story, offer, and everything else I gave you in this video, you'll be on your way to writing better captions and turning more of your followers into clients or making more sales of your product. So before I end today's video, I want to tell you a little bit more about my new program called Dig, Dominate Instagram. It's 4 lessons that'll help you as a new business owner or someone that's just really trying to understand Instagram better to grow their business. It's just 4 lessons that I've put together that I've tried with other people that have helped them grow on the platform and learn how to use it to really grow their business on the platform. Send me an email and it'll help get you started. I'll put my email in the link in the comments below, in the description below. In your subject line, I want you to put it, I want to dig, dominate Instagram. Put that in the subject line, send it to my email, and I'll send that right to you. In that email, I'll send you the first lesson for free so you kind of understand, oh wow, this is what I'm getting. So the first lesson is free, but the rest of the lessons cost something. But once you get the first lesson, you get a little taste, a little sneak peek of what I'm offering you for that whole course. So I hope today's lesson was very helpful. Please make sure you hit the like button. Please subscribe. And make sure you already turn on the bell notifications because I release videos every single week and I want you to be notified every single time I drop a video. So do that right now. And don't forget, be marvelous.